Hello and welcome to Our Waking Dream. I'm your host, Coco Swanson. I am a spiritual strategist, an educator, a mentor, a forever seeker. Each week on this show, I dive into an astrology theme or two that are moving through the week or through the season that's magnified during this week. And that's the first half of the show. The second half of the show is a collection of practical tools rooted in energy healing, esoteric arts, contemplative practices, sometimes some groovy dance moves, somatics, meditation, etc. It's my tool bag from my life's work over the last 30 years, or really multiple lifetimes, culminated here in this little show every Sunday for you to be supported in whatever way, hopefully, you need to lean in to learn what's going on astrologically and how it applies to you and your life. Okay, that said, if you're connecting with this show, please subscribe or please review or like, depending on what platform you are, wherever you are at right now, if you wouldn't mind doing that. If you like this, help give it wings by reviewing and sending it on to friends. Let's get started in the astrology of this week. We are on February 1st and it's a full moon. We have a full Leo moon. What does that even mean? It means that the sun and the moon are opposing each other. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are together. A full moon is when the moon and the sun are in exact opposition. So that means in Aquarius season, which is the sun is in Aquarius as it is right now, that we have a Leo full moon because that's the opposite of Aquarius. It's at 13 degrees of Leo. So that means the sun's at 13 degrees Aquarius. In the meantime, we have Pluto, Mars, Mercury, and Venus all also in Aquarius. So it's a pretty strong Aquarius season right now. And over there in Leo, the moon is illuminating the opposite side of the zodiac of Aquarius. So let's dive into that a little bit, because there's two themes moving this week that are really important. One is the full moon today. So Leo is about shining your heart's light. It's about love, the love that fills your own cup and overflows to your tribe, whoever your tribe is, your crew. Your tribe could literally be a handful of animals. It could be in the spirit realm. It could be your kids. It could be your friends. It could be who you're leading at work. So we're really looking at how you're leading from your heart and how your heart is doing. With Leo, we can be kind of stubborn and hold on to resentment and grudges and opinion. It's a fixed sign, so is Aquarius. So I always like to look at the underbelly or the shadow, the so-called negative aspects of a sign, to see if that aspect needs attention before I shift into the glorified, the more positive and illuminated expression of a sign. So with this today, do you have any stubborn grudges? Who doesn't, first off? If you're a human listening to this, I imagine you have some stubborn grudge in there. Because today's a great day to say, I'm learning to let go of grudges. I am learning to let go of my opinion, my need to be right, my need to be in the center of the stage, because these are all Leo traits, the need to be right in the center. It's me is Leo, and it's more of its detriment. It's more of the diva sign in its detriment. So here's with Leo, if you let go of grudges and you fill your own cup with love, and so it can't help but overflow, that's what I find allows the Leo muscle, the heart muscle, to start to really strengthen. And what better time than a Leo full moon to strengthen your heart? So this said, I have to couple this with what's going on in 2 days. On February 3rd, we have Uranus stationing direct. So I pause there. If you're new to astrology, you're like, okay, well, what's that, Cokes? Like Uranus stations direct. What does that mean? How does it affect my life? Uranus is a planet of grand awakening. It's a lightning bolt awakening to whatever is not meant to pass the test of time. That's not in alignment with universal truth, with divine will. So when Uranus has been backwards, it's reviewing anything at those last degrees of Taurus. So again, you can just let this be an astrology wash if you're new. No need to grab onto the details unless they start to land naturally. So let this be a little washover, because this is a lot of astrology information. Uranus, for the last 7.5 years, has been awakening Taurus, and it's about to change signs. But it just did its last retrograde into Taurus. And it's every 7-8 years it changes signs. So it's not going to be around back into Taurus until many, many years. I don't have that number, but it's 7 to 8 years times 12, like a lot of years. So anyways, I don't usually do multiplication on the fly, but you might be able to. It's just a long time that it will be till Uranus is back into Taurus, which awakens our relation to all things Taurus. This said, April 26th, it's moving into Gemini. It's moving into a whole different sign, and it will bring a lightning bolt awakening to all things Gemini. We will not talk about that now. We'll just talk about it stationing direct in Taurus, because this connects into this full moon. There are crossover questions between Taurus and Leo, well, really, and Aquarius, that I'm curious about. And one is about the fact that they're super fixed signs. So, well, they're fixed signs, but they can be stubborn. If we get a handful of fixed signs triggered at the same time, that's a recipe for stubbornness, for staying in just because I want to, not perhaps because it's what a situation necessitates anymore, but because I stubbornly want to. So with Taurus, this is a time, again, to look at what grudges, what stubborn opinions, what rigidity do you have that's not in service to you in the world anymore? It's as simple as that. I love looking at who and what I have judgment and grudges towards if I'm trying to release both Taurus and Leo. Let's combine question number 1 to look at the full moon and Uranus stationing direct in Taurus. So of course, we're letting go of a layer of grudges to come into our heart. And that's a physical location. You can come into your heart's chakra. It's right underneath your sternum, your breastbone. You can come into there by simply placing your hands on your chest and bringing your breath to your sternum and feeling what it feels like to breathe in that area of your body. You can bring attention to your heart by focusing on someone you love or something you love. So, number 1 with the inquiry this week is, what grudges are you ready to let go? 2, Taurus points to values. And we've been revising Uranus. Moving retrograde is revision, review, re-looking at whatever Uranus is illuminating. So how have your values changed? And let's take a sweeping look. How have your values changed since May of 2018? This is a long transit. Let it be long. It's a long transit. That's 2018. How have your values changed? In what ways have you become more aware of sustainability? In what ways are you more aware of your real core physical needs and the needs of the planet? It's a Taurus. Taurus is about our connection to ourselves, our bodies, as Earth. And it's about our connection with our bodies to the body of the Earth, aka nature, being outside, or even being at your home. How are you resourced now? And how has that changed? These are questions for both this full moon and to bring into the week, because when Uranus stations, it's a few day affair. When outer planets change direction, if you can think of it, it's like a big bus moving or something. It takes a minute to move the whole thing. And so allow this to be a week-long exploration. How have your values changed? Who are you forgiving? Who are you letting go of? Practice number 2, I suggest, is bringing gratitude to the grudges you had. So if you have a grudge towards someone or resentment, something that needs to be let go of to purify your heart, you must have enjoyed them before you had the grudge. Perhaps go back in time for what you were thankful for before the grudge came. Or what are you thankful for now in how you're resourced? In your home or in a tree that you get to visit? Or what are you thankful for in simply like the clothes you have or having a clean cup of water to drink? It's the simplicity and knowing that in the simplicity of gratitude for what is just here now, or a relationship that went sour in the past, but needs gratitude for release now, it is how can I give thanks to celebrate the simplicity of being in form, of having something as simple as water to drink that's clean, or that I can take this breath of air. To bring gratitude into the simple pleasures of being embodied. It's a gorgeous way to really start to align with awakenings that Uranus is here to bring between now and April 26th. It's in Taurus. So we have a good, 2.5 months, all of February, all of March, most of April, to have Uranus. I'm open to illumination. I am open to awaken my relationship with the resources. And I'm open to change. Uranus changes what it touches. Taurus loves stability. Change can register as instability. Gratitude for what we love allows for change because we become more malleable when we're in a place of gratitude. We can trust more deeply when we're in gratitude. I am open to change. I am open to change. That phrase during this season, as you're giving thanks for what resources you now, and giving thanks for the illuminations of how you are no longer resourced where you might have been before, And bringing this to a global level, let's give thanks for the trees that are remaining, for the oceans that are still clean. It's so easy to focus on what's going wrong, and we need that as well. But what we focus on grows. And if we focus with appreciation on the earth, the health of the earth, the beauty of the earth, the regenerative power of the earth, and you as part of the earth, then that's what grows. Practice number 3, I suggest, is bringing back tree hugging, is going to a tree, establishing a relationship, if you have not already, with any tree, to go up courageously, not courageously because of what the tree thinks, but if you're feeling shy because tree hugging isn't popular wherever you are, if it hasn't swept where you're at, like it has, say, I feel like in Japan, it's a lot more popular, where we know the science of tree hugging, that earthing, that foresting is incredible for us. And not only that, we can tap into the energy, the intelligence of the ecosystem. We hug the tree, and my suggested mantra is I exhale. I exhale all outdated, distorted ways of perceiving the world. I exhale. And I inhale the intelligence of the ecosystem. Please inform my body, my mind, and my heart. This is an act of surrender. It's an act of saying, hey, guess what? Our human systems are pretty cattywampus right now, pretty off. It's reflected by the world that we create as humans, and it's not sustainable at this point. So let us lean into a tree, which really has sustainability down, and exhale what we think we know. I exhale all outdated beliefs. I inhale, I'm open to change. Please help me see this, feel this, know this differently, tree. Like legit talking to a tree, because everything is alive, everything's made out of energy, everything is intelligent, and we, our species, need some help in the regenerative area of how we regenerate together in ways that pass the test of time, in ways that sustain and are co-creative with this gorgeous and exceptionally magical planet we're on. Okay, so full moon in Leo, clear your heart, let your heart shine, fill your cup and let it overflow. Then we've got the 3rd, we've got February 3rd, Uranus stations direct. Yes, yes, yes. But really look at what you value now, give gratitude for what you have, be open to change and illumination, and go hug your favorite tree to release all outdated ways of seeing and perceiving, and to align with ways of seeing and perceiving that are sustainable and regenerative. That's it for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, sign up for the newsletter. I'll have more information in my newsletter because I'm expanding my business this year. And so there'll be more things for you. So that's where I'll tell you about them. And until next week, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for being a part of our community here at Our Waking Dream. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Fill my cup and let it overflow. Let it overflow with love.